Jeopardy! Masters contestant James Holzhauer has doubled down on his naughty comment about host Ken Jennings. The Jeopardy! Masters once again mocked Ken, this time online. James, 38, tweeted, "We actually had to pause taping so Ken could take a cold shower." The self-proclaimed game show villain also reshared the spicy video from Friday's episode. In the brief clip, James appeared with fellow contestants Mateo Roach and Matt Amadio, who previously competed against him once during the tournament. Ken, 48, read off. The Detroit Free Press said the mummy was vintage this novelist, elegantly erotic and full of enchanting terror. Matt incorrectly responded, "What Stoker?" After the buzzer rang, Ken joked, "I also refer to James as elegantly erotic but full of enchanting terror." While Mateo covered her mouth as she laughed aloud, Ken shared the correct answer, and rice. James interrupted, "Keep it in your pants, Ken." Viewers jumped online and discussed James' jaw-dropping comment during the NSFW-fueled banter. "I was not expecting to hear on Jeopardy Masters tonight, and no, I don't know what the other 9 are," one person shared. Another wrote, inappropriate. While a third person pointed out, "Well, that exchange late in the round took Jeopardy Masters close to the TVG line." A commentator chimed in, "The game show villain shades Ken again." The writers' strike. Meanwhile, Jeopardy! Has reportedly been impacted by the Writers Guild of America strike. Host mayim Bialik, 47, reportedly decided not to host the final week of filming for the 39th season, as reported by Deadline. The Big Bang Theory alum is said to be standing in solidarity with the writers on strike. The final episodes of the season were supposed to be filmed at the Sony Pictures lot in Culver City, California, from May 16 to May 19. Production on the final run of episodes is expected to move forward though. Ken will reportedly take over hosting duties and fill in for his co-star. Mayim was initially supposed to finish out the regular season till the summer. She took a 10-month break from the trivia show due to her acting commitments for the Fox sitcom Call Me Kat, which has now been cancelled. At the beginning of May, the Writers Guild of America strike officially began after an agreement could not be reached for a new 3-year film contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, AMPTP. The strike has also impacted live shows such as The View and Live with Kelly and Mark. The atmosphere on Jeopardy! Masters was electric. The creme de la creme of trivia wizards had gathered once again, and the stakes were higher than ever. Among the participants, James Holzhauer, the bold, unflinching sports gambler, was a fierce competitor known for his quick wit and aggressive betting strategies. Facing off against fellow titans of trivia, Holzhauer was as sharp as ever. However, this time, it wasn't his clever answers or his betting acumen that grabbed the spotlight. It was a scandalous, unexpected comment aimed directly at the show's beloved host, Ken Jennings, that left the audience in shock. The drama unfolded during a pivotal moment in the game when James had just successfully answered a particularly difficult Final Jeopardy! Question, securing a near-insurmountable lead. The crowd erupted in applause, and even Jennings couldn't help but praise the brilliance of Holzhauer's play. However, what followed was something no one could have predicted, a jaw-dropping, NSFW comment that reverberated across the set. Holzhauer, basking in the glow of his victory, leaned casually against his podium, smirking. He quipped, "Well, Ken, if you had half my, guts, maybe you'd still be playing instead of standing over there with that buzzer." The pause before guts suggested he was implying something far more inappropriate. It was a thinly veiled comment, but everyone in the room, and those watching at home, knew exactly what he meant. For a moment, the air in the studio became thick with tension. Contestants and audience members alike stared wide-eyed at the unexpected exchange. Jennings, ever the professional, maintained his composure, his face betraying only a slight hint of amusement. "That's one way to look at it, James," Jennings responded, barely suppressing a chuckle as he smoothly transitioned to the next segment of the show. But the damage was done. Holzhauer's daring remark had broken the decorum that Jeopardy! Had long been known for. By the time the episode ended, social media was ablaze. Holzhauer's comment became the viral moment of the night, with hashtags like #Jeopardy scandal and #James goes too far trending within minutes. Fans were divided. Some were entertained, hailing Holzhauer as a master of both trivia and sharp-tongued banter. Others were aghast, criticizing him for crossing a line and disrespecting a fellow champion. The following day, Holzhauer took to Twitter, where he had always maintained a strong and cheeky presence, to address the controversy. But rather than backpedal or apologize, Holzhauer doubled down. Can't handle a little joke? Guess that's why you're all sitting on your couches while I'm still racking up cash on #Jeopardy Masters. Love you, Ken, but let's be real, I'm the GOAT. Once again, fans erupted. Was this arrogance or just playful ribbing? The debate intensified as the tweet gained traction, with thousands of retweets and replies pouring in. Some fans playfully encouraged the banter, while others called for Holzhauer to issue an apology. One tweet stood out among the chatter, though. It was from none other than Ken Jennings himself. He replied, "I'll let the audience decide who's the GOAT, James. But as for guts, well, I did beat you in greatest of all time, didn't I?" GOAT Jennings punctuated the message with a goat emoji, referencing the iconic Jeopardy! Greatest of all time tournament in which Jennings triumphed over Holzhauer and Brad Rutter. The response from Jennings was the ultimate mic drop. It was sharp, witty, and reminded everyone that while Holzhauer may have been dominating the latest round of Jeopardy! Masters *, Jennings had already cemented his place in the show's history as the ultimate champion. Fans immediately jumped on the tweet, reveling in the back-and-forth banter between two of the show's most legendary contestants. Despite the light-hearted nature of their exchange, some still wondered if Holzhauer had crossed a line. On various forums and blogs, longtime Jeopardy! Viewers debated whether such irreverence belonged on the otherwise wholesome game show. After all, Jeopardy! Had maintained a reputation for intellectual rigor and a more refined tone for decades. Did Holzhauer's brash persona signal a shift in how the game was evolving? One particularly passionate fan wrote, "I've been watching Jeopardy! For 30 years, and never have I seen someone disrespect the host like that. James might be good, but Ken represents everything this show stands for: class, intelligence, and humility. If James wants to joke around, fine, but he should remember the history and respect it." Another fan, however, had a different take. "James Holzhauer is exactly what this show needs.